Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sammy and this is episode 10, I think 10 of my Yarncast or knitting and sometimes crocheting podcast. I guess I'll start with finished objects, and firstly my one for the Sweetheart Sockalong or the Valentine's make-along that I'm hosting, so that's just for small items like accessories. And I'm hosting that one on Ravelry, so I'll link the thread down below. And that one is ending. The last day will be the 14th, or if you're really early on the 15th before I close the thread. So I made a pair of socks with the Sweetheart sock set from Moonglow Yarn Co. So this will count for both. And these look like the Nitty Natty socks, but I just drew this pattern really quick after she posted her teaser. So like the stripe motifs are inspired by her, and obviously the same yarn, but I don't actually have her pattern. So this is just something I drew up on graph paper really quick when I was at work. So we have some hearts. We have Be Mine, like the conversation hearts. We have little tiny solid hearts. XOXO, because that's also on the conversation hearts. The first heart motif again, and then, let's see if I can straighten this out right. And then this one says, wow, I can't function, hold on. And this one says, kiss me. And then on the toe, I just put some little 1x1 colorwork stripes. They look like little sprinkles, pretty cute. Yeah, and they're kind of long. I don't even know how long the leg is because I was just knitting off my my chart. I just made them the whole color work, and then I did 8 rounds before starting the heel, and I used a Fish Lips Kiss heel. And one looks like it's bigger than the other. I don't know if that was just because this one just came off the blocker or if I just had weird tension. Usually one of my socks is bigger than the other, unfortunately. So that's these. And for what I have left, I must have used like almost none of these because I have 8 grams left of each mini. Like, either my scale's inaccurate or I didn't use very much at all. And for the main color, I have, I think, like 60 grams left. And then I have this in this adorable yarn cozy that Bee's Knees Handmade Things gifted me. She made that. And here is my pattern. Shown this before. Just drew this on some like isometric graph paper that the pipe fitters use at my work. And let me go find the label for that really quick. Okay, so here is the Moonglow Yarn Co. label, and it says hand dyed in Wyoming, hashtag Moonglow Yarn Co. And this is the Sweetheart sock set that Whitney from Moonglow Yarn Co. and Natalie from Nitty Natty designed. And it is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 160 grams. So the main color I got 100 grams, and all the little ones are 10 grams each. And then for the Valentine's make-along that I'm hosting on Ravelry, the prizes are the Moonglow Yarn Co. Sweetheart sock set. So if maybe you wanted to make those Nitty Natty socks, the Sweetheart socks, with the Moonglow Yarn Co. yarn, you will be able to. And also, you'll still have like 2 weeks to enter their make-along. I can't think right now. And you'll also have like 2 weeks to enter their make-along. since mine's only 2 weeks. Theirs is the whole month, I think. And then the lovely Bees Needs handmade things. Bees Needs handmade on Etsy. Sent me this stitch marker. It's a little heart and a rose. I know my video quality is not that good, so it'll be hard to see, but it's super cute, and it has this big lever back clasp, so that's really good because you can use it on a lot more different sizes of yarn. So those little lobster claws, well, like this, can be hard if you're working with a thicker yarn to actually clasp onto your stitch. And this is from Coral on Etsy. It's a little love letter. And then some just of the ring, like stitch markers for like if you're doing raglan increases or something, or you need to mark something when you're beginning a round. These are little heart-shaped ones. Cute. Cute. And then also a project bag, and this is like a decent sock-sized project bag. Let me see, this is mine from White Rose Fiber Company. So this one's huge. I could fit like probably 200 or 300 gram skeins in this. This is like not, yeah, this is not a small bag. You can see it compared to my head. So this one is almost that size. This one, I would say, you could definitely fit 100 gram and minis in, or you could split it into 250 and fit minis in there with it. It has a boxed bottom, so it should fit your skeins really well. And this is from Nuck and Futz Knitter on Etsy, and it's just all these little conversation hearts. So I thought that went with the theme perfectly. And that's actually what I'm calling my socks, since the pattern is different. I'm calling them conversation socks. And I had an idea. Oh, sorry, I'm getting really distracted. So if you want to enter to win this prize, it'll be on Ravelry. You'll just need to post a picture of your finished object that has to be Valentine's themed and has to be like an accessory. I'm sorry, my dog is breathing very loudly next to me. Stopping. Winnie. And she's licking all the yarn. I reminded you guys about the make-along. Talked about these conversation heart socks, conversation socks. And the idea is to make a less lovey version. So I think I would call them unconversation socks. And the motifs would be like the same general idea, but instead of being like hearts, I don't know what I would do for the actual designs, but for the words, instead of be mine, it would be like F off, or like instead of XOXO, it could be no, no, that kind of thing. So probably I would make those and give them to my sister, because she thinks she likes that idea, and I don't need a ton of socks that look similar. I could even use the same yarn, but she's not really that into like bright pastel colors like I am, so I might change it up. That's definitely just an idea I'm having right now. And then I want to move on to my next finished object, and that is, I told you guys I might have this done. That is my Illuminate sweater. Hard to show it. The Illuminate sweater by Andrea Mowry. And I used for this one, grab the labels, I threw them in here. I used for this one Spin Cycle Yarns Nocturne for the main color in Moonflower, and Magpie Fibers Feather Base in Ash. And it is pretty cropped. It does go like below my belly button. It fits pretty much the same as my no-frills sweater. So it looks small. It's kind of tight. I knit a size 2, and I did meet gauge. So my hips are right here. But I think it'll look cute with like skirts or over dresses. So I'm going to wash it and block it and see how the fit is after that. And if I want it to be longer, I'll undo the ribbing and I'll knit it longer. I have plenty of yarn to do that. But this moonflower didn't have a lot of color shifting. I think you can maybe see there's a little bit of green at the bottom, but mostly it's just black and gray and a little bit of brown in some spots. So I like it because it's subtle, but also I would have liked a little more color change. And then the sleeves are probably to like right here, right where my tattoo stops. So I like the sleeve length. If it grows a little bit, it'll be fine. If not, it'll also be fine. The only thing is I might unravel the body. And then this is where I was on the body last week. This is my little Studio Ghibli stitch marker. I'm having a really hard time showing this. This is No Face from Spirited Away, and this is made by Bees Knees Handmade Things on Instagram, or Bees Needs Handmade on Etsy. Wish I had better video quality so I could show you how cute it is. But yeah, so that's where I was on the body last time, and then I've knit both of the sleeves since. So, and now I'm going to tell you guys about how much yarn I have left. So for the size 2, it says to buy, well, it doesn't say to buy, but it says you'll need 4 skeins of the Nocturne in the main color, and 2 of the mohair. So these are my weird little hollow skeins. And I actually have, out of the 100 grams of this, I think it's 100 grams, so I think they're 50 grams each. I have 32 grams left, so I used like 3/4 of the yarn. There's that. And then out of my 3rd skein, I weighed it and wrote it on the labels. I have 14 grams left of the Nocturne, and then I have a whole nother skein that I didn't even touch. This one has a lot more color variation. You probably won't be able to see it. Oh yeah, you can. This one has greens and like warm browns in it. So I have a whole nother skein of this that I didn't even touch. That's why I'm thinking about maybe making the sweater longer. If not, I'll have to figure out what I want to use this for. I'm not really into dark colors. I didn't really expect Moonflower to be as dark as it is. Some of its pictures it looked lighter online, or maybe I was thinking of a different color, I don't know. But I do really like the finished project, I like the finished product a lot, especially with the light gray. But I don't know. Oh, and then for what I'm wearing, this is the Spring Sorrel crop by Woollen Pine Designs. Let me show you how long it is. It goes to right above where my overalls fit. And for this one, I probably also knit a size 2. I can't really remember. I wasn't taking good notes on my projects at the time. But I talk about this one as a finished object in the last episode if you want to see that. But this is basically what I wanted it for, is like under overalls or like over a spaghetti strap dress or something, since I don't like spaghetti straps. And I think it was perfect for that. Alright, and lastly for my acquisitions, I kind of put myself on a yarn low buy or no buy, probably a low buy because I'm sure I'm gonna buy yarn sooner or later, but I'm just trying to resist. So like all the cute Valentine's collections, Winnie, stop it, stop it. So all the cute Valentine's collections that come out, I'm not like tempted to buy all of them and overload myself with yarn again. I did do a bit of a declutter for my yarn shelf here. I have like a whole trash bag of just like 100% acrylic yarn that I don't like using for garments, and I'm super obsessed with garment knitting right now, well, and socks. So I took that off my shelf so that my brain would be less cluttered and I would have a better idea of what I have that I want to use right now. So I didn't really do a good job making things look pretty, but this is my Spin Cycle Yarns circle. This is my, I can't move my head, my Vita Lifestyle yarns. And then these are my mohairs other than my Vita ones, because those ones I bought like as a color set. I want to use them for stuff. And when the pom-pom bag comes out, I might be able to use this yarn for some of those designs because those are so cute. And then this is just, let me look, turn around, look. That square, or that circle is a couple skeins from Camellia Fiber Company, which I left in the plastic because they're super soft, so I'm treasuring them. And then I'm going to use those for ranunculus, and then some random cotton yarns that I'll use for like probably dish towels or wash rags kind of thing. Well, that was a big sidetrack from me talking about acquisitions. Back to acquisitions, I made a purchase from the Crazy Sock Lady Co. website, and since I'm on a yarn no buy, I got some little notions, and she sent it in this cute little mesh bag. But first, I got these little super snips, these tiny scissors, because right now I'm carrying around a small set, they're like this big, that I like to keep with my sewing machine. So these are much tinier, and they'll be easier to carry around. These are super snips. And I got like everything in green that I got, and then I got a tape measure. Whoa, that's the first time I unraveled it. I got a tape measure because it like retracts, so it's not as messy. Right now I keep this in my knitting bag, and I'd rather leave this one at home with my sewing machine. So that's really what all this stuff is from. It's from my sewing kit that I got like 12 years ago, and I just use it for everything, but I would like to have one for my knitting bag, one for at home. And I've been not using this stuff. I've been keeping it together in the little mesh bags so that I could show you guys it. Ooh, cool. I also got, possibly the most exciting thing I got is the knitting Barber cords. These are all over the internet, and it says the original, and it comes in this little tin, which I think is really cute. And I think there's 3 cords in here, and these just slip over the end of your knitting needles, and then you can move your live stitches on here. So I think this is really great for, since I'm really into raglans and top-down like circular yokes for holding my sleeve stitches, but also for when I want to try it on. Because some of my circular needles, like if I'm using the same set for multiple projects, then I won't have enough cords to hold the live stitches on, so I usually just use waste yarn. But if you're just trying it on, that can be like a lot of work for that. So I think there's 2 30-inch ones. Let's see. Doing a lot of weird stuff this episode. So, and then 1 60-inch one, really super duper long. So I'm really excited about these. I think they're going to make my life much easier and I will probably try things on more often so I can get a better fit. They smell kind of funny. They're just like plastic, silicone material, so that's not surprising they smell funny. Also, if you hear like a scraping sound, that's Winnie chewing on a bone right next to me. She has to be a part of everything.
A few moments later.
Winifred. Winifred! Be careful. Oh, and then the last thing I got from the Crazy Sock Lady Co. is this Scrappy Sundae enamel pin. I don't do Scrappy Sundae yet, but I do have a very large, affectionately known as Ugly Blanket, that I cast on with all of my Lions brand homespun that everyone used to get me from Fred Meyer, because I don't like working with that. And it's funny because I just heard Nitty Natty talking about this in her last episode. I do not like working with the Lions brand homespun because it bunches if you hold it too tight. So it's like kind of hard to tension without making the whole yarn bunch up, because it's like this fluffy fiber wrapped around like a thin string. Winnie, stop licking everything. Winnie. Um, and so I decided probably like 10 years ago that I was going to knit it all in one project and just get it out of my life. And then because I don't like working with it, I never worked on it. So it's just been like a lingering, um, unfinished object for a long time. So I'm probably going to try to start working on that on Sundays. Also, here's Winnie. Um, so I bought this. I'm going to count that blanket as Scrappy Sundae. A lot of it is scraps because I did try to use that yarn for a lot of things, so a lot of it's like partial skeins. Um, if I work on it this week, I'll show you guys in the next episode. And that is it for my Crazy Sock Lady Co. I did buy a couple Progress Keepers from 3 by the Sea. Let's see, they're all messed up. And I got both of them on the Loverback clasp. One is a sheep with a little heart on it, and the other one is a garlic, which I thought was really cute. And then, also very cute, she sent her card, a bag of tea. This one's called Breakfast in Paris, and then it has a couple little stitch markers. Winnie, stop! She's rolling on everything. I'm gonna have to kick you off the bed. Okay, go away. Rat. And then, unrelated to knitting, I did buy 2 sewing patterns, and I got these from SEW Liberated, and I bought the pattern for the estuary skirt and the penny pinafore, and I'll put some pictures from their website up because I bought a PDF from them directly, and then they have a few recommendations for where to get it printed, but I got it printed from, let me hide the coupon code, from Brooklyn Motif Printing, and they were super quick and super helpful because I actually had one of the files wrong, and they emailed me to let me know, and then they waited to complete my printing and my order until I sent them the right one, and then after that, it was so quick. They shipped it out like a day later, and it got here like a couple days after that, so that was pretty dang cool, and I'm excited to sew a nice like high-waisted button front skirt out of some brown linen I have, and then the penny pinafore out of some pink linen I have. So because I think, that kind of stuff will look cute with my sweaters and my crop tops. And, yeah. So I'm looking forward to, really bulk up my me-made closet with some more sewn stuff, because a lot of times I don't use patterns to sew, and then I don't like the finished object that much. So I think I've sewn a couple things, not a lot, with sewing patterns. So I really want to practice more, and these ones don't look too complicated. And I think they're items that really fit with kind of the style that I want to cultivate, and I think they'll go really good with my hand knits. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, give this a like and subscribe. I'll probably be doing more make-alongs with prizes in the future, but for now, just going to try to work on bringing my stash down. I also have some more designs. I have a sweater design that I'm working on. So yeah, I see you guys in the next one.